there, but that's okay. So, I will do the last solo. This is going to be a long lesson. It's probably going to be like a 30-minute lesson. So, I'm going to give you a few different ways to play this, and I'll try to go over the solo at the end and give you like 90+% of it. We'll start with the intro solos, or you want to... I'll give you the straight chords, and then I'll give you different ways to play the chords. So the chords we're going to be soloing over is A, E major, F sharp minor to D, and then it goes A, E major, D. Alright, so those are the chords for the verse, the intro, and then the chorus is just going to be A, G, D. Alright, A, G, D. And then it finishes with A, E, D. Alright, so those are just the basic chords, and then I'll give you a different way to kind of play it, like a Hendrix kind of style thing. And then we get into the intro. So the hardest part about the soloing is just remembering the phrasing, because they're all so similar but like so different. So that's really the trickiest part, is just memorizing the phrasing and getting them right each time. So the first one, you're going to start out, you're just going to do 2 bends, up, down, and then land on 2. So you're on 4th fret on the G, bend up and down twice, and land 2 on the G. Alright, then the next one, alright, then you're going to do 2 bends again, and you're going to land on D on the 2nd fret. Okay, now we're going to do 3. And then you're going to land on 4 on the D. Okay, so you got... And the second time, it kind of hangs on the first bend a little longer. Okay. And then he's just going to go 4, 2, D to G. And then he's going to pull off a 5 to 4 and hammer back onto 5. Okay. You could slide if you wanted to, but I'm pretty sure he hammers on. Alright. So you got... Alright, so after you hammer on, you're going to, on 4 and 5, you're going to hammer on 2 to 4 on the A, D, and G strings. Okay, and after you get to G, put your pinky on 5 on the B, hit them both and bend up, give it a unison bend. Okay, and then bend it up again, and then pull off your ring finger from 4 on the 2. Okay, and then just go 2 on the D. Alright, and that'll end it. Well, this will end it. So you'll have 4 on G, 5 on B, slide into 6 and 7, and slide back. You don't have to slide back, but it's okay. Alright, and then land on D, D sus. And then you can just arpeggiate it, D, E, B, D, E, B, D, E, B. And he ends with this lick. He hammer-ons 2, 3 to 5, back to 2. Just pick it twice. Pick it from 2, 3, 5, and then don't pick it again until you hit 2 on the last note. And then just land on A. That'll finish it. Alright. So that's the basics of, that's the first part. Alright, the second one, he's going to bend differently to start. He's going to go bend up and down with just one, picking one only once. Okay, and then land on 2. Then you're going to bend twice. So you got a fast one, then a slow one. Okay, then then land on D on 2 again, and then you're going to do it 3 times. Or is it? Yeah, twice. Alright, so after you do that, you're going to go 4, 2. Now you're going to do this pull-off lick, you're going to do it twice. So you go 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, then you come back up here to 2 and 4. Hammer on A, D, and G. And do the same unison bend. Pinky on 5, bend up on 4. Okay. This time after we pull off, we're going to slide the 4 and 5 up to 6 and 7. Okay, and then slide back. And then do it again. And end. Right? So you got... Alright, another way you could do this, you could play octaves and go. You can go 4, 5, 7, 4, back to A. Just another way to look at it. Alright, so then you get into the third time. What does he do? He goes... Yeah. So he'll go kind of similar to the second one. Down, up, down, up. Up, down. Yeah, up, down, up. Alright. Then land on 2 on the G. And then bend up twice on 4. Okay. And then he gets into this cool one. He goes, it bends up. He bends up, and then he comes back down and just hits 4 straight. So it's like, and then he pre-bends and brings it down, right? So you have, okay. So then you'll land on 4 on the D, go to 2 on the G, and then you're going to pull off from 4 to 2 to open. Alright? So you have... Okay, so after you go... Okay, if you pull off, you're going to go hammer on 2 to 4 on the A, and then pull off 4 to 2 on the D. Okay, and then you're going to bend up on 4, hit 4 regular, and go to 2 on the G. Alright, so you have a... And then go back to 4, bend up. You're going to pull off the 2, and then slide in 4 to 6 on the G. Land on 4. Then you're going to slide up to 11 on the G, to 9 on the G, to 10 on B, and then you're going to bend up on 12. Gradual bend, whole step, bring it down. Okay, then it finishes like that, alright? So those are all the solos. I probably jacked them up a little in the intro. It's hard to remember those things like exact. So I tried. And then during the verses, if you didn't want to just play it straight, because that gets kind of boring, I'll give you 2 ways. I'll give you kind of a hybrid way of playing open chords and licks. Excuse me. And then more of a Jimi Hendrix type of way. So you could go like a... Right? So that's like a hybrid of it. Not going full-blown Jimmy, but not just playing the cowboy chords either. So you can just like hit A, and then just slide in 6 on G to B on 5. And do this the beat before you change chords. So, okay, then we're going to play an E. And then you're going to slide in 2 to 4 on the low E. And then get the A and D string double step on the 2nd fret. Okay, then you're going to put your thumb on 2 on the low E. And then you have this F sharp chord. You're going to mute the A, have your ring on D on the 4th fret, and bar the G and B on 2. Okay, then you're going to hammer on and pull off G on the 4th fret by hitting the G and B together. Okay, and then land on D on 4. Alright, so all together you'd have. Okay, then you go to D sus2, right? You can try to land on your index and middle finger, make it easier for the lick we're about to do, and then go. Alright, so you have 2, 3, and then you're going to hammer on to 4 on the G, and then 4 on the D, back to 2 and 3. Alright. Right, pretty cool. That's something I ripped from Mike Campbell on Last Dance for Mary Jane. He does that, whatever. So I was like, when I got here, I was like, I'm sick of going. So in the chorus, I'll do that every time. It's like, it's a cool, great practice for triads too. All right, so where was I? All right, so yeah, then the second time around, you go A, and then we're gonna slide into the 6. So you go 4 to 6, hybrid pick it, grab the 5 on the high E string, and then slide back to 4 and pull off to 2, and then go 4 on D to 2 on G. Okay, then go to E, and then we're going to slide 6 again. You got G and E on 2 to 4, back to 2 to 1 and open E. Then we're back at D, alright? I'll go ahead and give you that while we're here. But I really only use that in the chorus. But you start here with your regular D, right? Then we're going to slide up and we're going to play this triad. You got 7, 7, 5 on the high E. Okay, then we'll play the next D triad up here. You got 11 on G, bar 10 on the B and E. And then you're up at your first octave. And you got 14, 15, 14, right? Right? Okay, so now if you wanted to get even fancier, you could play like Hendrix style, right? So you could play the A, you could do this stuff where you go like playing this terrible, so you got do something kind of cool, you know. So if you want to do that, thumb on 5, mute out the A, 7, 6, 5, and then just hammer on. The pattern we're keeping is like that's kind of the pattern. Walking that bass kind of down, right? So you're just going to hammer on with your pinky from 6 to 7. Okay? And then just slide your ring finger down a fret to 6, right? Then we're going to play this E triad shape. So you got... Now when you get here, open E, mute out the A with your ring finger, right? Play D on 6, G on 4, B on 5. Okay, and then hammer on 6 on the G, but hit the G and B together. Right? Then we're going to slide back again. 2 on the, with your thumb on the low E, D on 4, bar G and B with your index, hammer on to 4 on the G. Okay. And when we get to D, we're just going to hit the A on the 5th fret, and then we're going to slide up 7 to 9. Okay, we're just going to go 7, 9, slide, hammer on, D, and then just do a double stop, G, B, hammer on, pull off, 9 on G, 9 on the D, back to the double stop. So you got all right. So you can finish it by the second time when he goes to the A, E thing. You can just go, just slide the 6 around. So slide into 9 on the G and E, 7 G and E, 6 and 5 G and E, and then the E, same thing, which we just did. Right? Okay. So that's if you just wanted to be funky and do something strange. And then the chorus, it would be the same thing. You would go. How does it go? E? You know, so you can play around with it, have fun. Just trying to, I like to do, I like to practice over songs, and I do stuff like that. And so then we have the solo at the end. There's a piano solo, right? And during the piano solo, it's so low in the mix, it's not even worth like figuring out. He's sliding 6 around like all throughout. He's just going like. He's doing all that kind of junk, and it's not even worth messing with because you can't hear it. So if you wanted to not step all over the vocals, you could do that Jimmy stuff during that piano solo. You know, just do all that stuff there. And then you get to the solo at the end, and I'll try to remember the majority of it. It's something like a... Alright, so it's just all that kind of stuff, basically what he was doing up here. But it's there's some cool runs that he does, but it just fades out, so there is no ending. It just kind of fades, right? So you start out here, and I don't think he does the unison bend, but I like to use it, so we'll use it. You go 14 on the G, 15 on the B, and then bend up, bend down, and pull off to 2. And then bend up again on 14. Okay. And then land on 14 on the G. Or you bend it on 16. Okay, then repeat. Now you're going to land on 16. So you have... Alright, so bend it up, land on 16, and then 14 on the D. And this is going to set us up for this descending lick. So you have... So you're going to hammer on 14, 16 on D, hammer on, pull off 14, 16 on G. Okay. And then just hang on 14 on the G. And then we're going to go, we're going to hammer on and pull off 13 to 14. And we're going to slide down to 11. So you have... Then we're going to start this descending lick going 14 on the D. And you're just going to slide all these back. So you got 14 on G to 13, 13 to 11, 11 to 9, 9 to 7. And when you get to 7, hammer on and pull off 6 to 7, right? So you have... And then hammer on, do the same thing. Hammer on, pull off 4 to 6. And then land on 2 on the G, right? So you'll have... And then we're going to, same note, but we're going to go to 7 on D, slide it down, and then hit 4 on D, and then 2 on G. Okay? And then we're going to bend up 3 times. Bend it up and hit it twice. Bring it down, 2 on D. Then you're going to hammer on D 2 to 4, G 2 to 4, and pull off back to 2. And then you go D4, G on 2. And you're just going to do that. It's just D back to G on 2. Okay, then hit D on 4 one last time. Then we're going to do this run. It's a really cool lick, alright? So you have, first of all, let me reiterate that. You have... Right? Okay, so you got that part. Now we're going to hammer on 7 to 9 on the E, A, and D. And when you get to 9, slide up to 11 on the D. Then hit 9 on G, 11 on G, slide 11 to 14, okay? And then slide 14 to 16, right? And then end on 14 on the G. Really cool lick, right out of the major pentatonic box. Okay? Okay, and once we get there, we'll go 16 on G and start doing the... Okay, and we're going to be mainly finishing on 16 on the G. So you got unison bend it up, bring it down, be on 16 G. Do one of those. Pull off 16, 14, and then he's going to slide in. Where's it go? Okay, then we're going to slide in 17 to 19 on the B. and then hit it like 4 times. And then we're going to hammer on 17 to 19, and we're going to hit the high E on 17. And then we're going to go slide in 16 to 18, get 17 on the B, and then slide back 18, 16, 14. Slide back and pull off. So it's like a... Alright, and so the next part he goes back to the same thing. And then he goes up to 17 on the B and 17 on the E and does a bend and a unison thing. So it's a cool lick the way he finishes it. So you got B on 17, bend it up, hit the high E on 17 with your pinky. Release the bend. And then hit 16 on the G, back to 17 on the B, to 14 on the G. Great way to end it. Okay, then he goes back to this. And then he'll come in, he'll kind of do what he did before. 17 to 19 on the B. Then he'll hammer on 18 to 19 on the B. And then he's going to pull off 19 to 17 on the B and hit the high E on 17. Okay? And then he's going to pull off 19 to 17 on the high E and then bend up. And I like to go up to 20. He doesn't do that, but it sounds cool. It's all variations, just like the verse solos. It's all variations of like the same thing. Alright, so real slow, I'll play it all from the beginning. And then it just fades out. Alright, so it's just all, if you just do anything up there, it's going to sound good. I mean, if you can hit this one and land on 16 when you finish this lick, and if you can do the, those are like the signature things. That and the, you know, all that stuff. But anyway, that's the whole song and the solos. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Practice slow, have fun, play along to the record a lot, and you'll get all the phrasing in no time.